Granted, this channel is spirit-led, Jesus love, God covered. Can y'all tell I'm rusty? I'm so excited. Hold on. Get it together. Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Women of Eternity, where we are God-fearing, God-living, God-loving. I'm Natalie. Hello. Baby, we're back. It has been a minute. Oh my gosh, it's been almost like a month. And I didn't warn y'all or nothing. I just whooped. But we are here. There's so much to get into. I'm going to tell y'all why I took a break, what I learned during the break, all that jazz. They're mowing outside, so if you can hear them, I am so sorry, but this is the only time I have today to make this video. And baby, the wait is over. We're not pushing it back anymore. Let's just hop into it. So I know some of y'all, this is probably the first time you ever see me. Hey, what's up? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you're here. And for others, you're probably like, sis, where you been? Well, a lot had been going on. When I started this channel, I just went for it, really all in. I had all these ideas. I started a little series since the season. I was doing my vlogs. You know, I tried different types of content a couple times, and like I was not missing an upload, but I started getting into the routine of posting just to post, and I was doing a lot of vlogs, and I didn't mean for this to be a vlog channel. I really am passionate about education and edification, teaching and encouraging the women of God, right? But because I wasn't carving out the time and I had gotten, to be honest, a little lazy, it's like vlogging is easy. I don't have to plan it or set time aside. I just pick up the camera and go. But I mean, if you watch my last few vlogs, you'll see I was just like in this perpetual funk. I was going through a lot spiritually, which we're going to talk about, but I didn't feel the fruit and the purpose of what this channel was about. Like, this channel was meant to be so much more than just vlogs. Like, my life is not that interesting, y'all. not right now, not yet at least. And I know like God has called me for something greater. Like, I want to be teaching. I have a passion, a gift for teaching. I have a gift of knowledge. And I really felt like I was supposed to be sharing that with y'all, but I hadn't done what was necessary in order to do that. And the other thing, which I kind of mentioned, like the spiritual side, being raised Catholic, then going to a non-denominational, AKA basically Pentecostal church, I was hearing all this new stuff, new teachings, new doctrines I ain't never heard before. And naturally, I'm like, oh, well, you know, they know more or whatever, they're pastors. And so I started to subscribe to it, but it just never fully sat right on my spirit. And I was just encountering different things, which I'll elaborate more on as this video goes along. But I basically reached a point where I'm like, what do I believe? How am I supposed to teach anyone if I don't even actually know fully and firmly what I believe? And so during this break, I have been studying, pressing in, listening to God, tapping it. Like, I've been all in and I am ready for y'all. I am ready. I'm not playing games. Like, we're getting into this word because the time is so necessary. I'm not sure if y'all are paying attention or if y'all care, but the world is getting crazy. The church is getting crazy. And discernment is so important. Knowledge is so important. I mean, there's so many things that we have to discuss that I'm excited to. We're not gonna deep dive into all of the different things, but we're gonna go into what I have learned during my break. Tell me why I just looked back at the clip I just recorded. I was not looking at y'all at all. And wow, right now look, the window is open and it's so pretty outside. I keep looking outside. Can y'all tell I'm rusty? I haven't done this in a minute, but that's not gonna stop me. Okay, what have I learned? First thing I really learned, or I don't know if this is learned as much as something that was really confirmed and solidified within me, is the importance of knowledge. As Christians, we're not just called to be spiritual, we're called to be wise, knowledgeable, to have an understanding, to be discerning. Baby, all of that's up here. Knowledge is so crucial. It is a spiritual gift. Some people are just more prone to it. They grab it better, they understand it, they explain it better. They have a knack for it. Like, it's a gift. It's a spiritual gift. But it is also something that all of us are called to obtain. The reason why I'm so passionate, why I have gotten so fired up about it, if you will, is because recently I've been seeing a lot of just questionable videos, comments, behaviors from pastors and senior leaders. And it's like, how are people listening to them? How are people subscribing, following? It's like, what is going on? Unless you have the spiritual gift of discernment, a lot of discerning comes from knowing. I know what's right, I know what's wrong. I know what the Bible says, I know truth, I know orthodoxy. That ain't right. I can look at that and say, that is incorrect. And then you can move accordingly. But if you don't know, how are you supposed to do that? And I have really taken this time, this break, to dive in on doctrines, spiritual beliefs, everything in between. For example, my views about deliverance, salvation, something as simple, like, we think we all understand salvation. Do you know how many differences of opinions within the body of Christ there are on salvation? Whether you can lose salvation. That was one of the spiritual struggles that I had mentioned earlier. I was really beating myself up because I'm like, how do I know I'm saved? Or I would mess up, I'd sin, and I'm like, am I still saved? Can I lose my salvation? Is that even possible? And then when you do that, you start getting into all the different doctrines on salvation, or soteriology, that is the study of salvation, right? And in doing so, I found peace, confirmation, and security in that. And all these different topics that I'm mentioning, we're gonna make videos about it and really deep dive in, like I said, get into the edification and education of it all, okay? Also, the teachings on prosperity gospel, word of faith, all these different gospels. The Bible warns us, like, if you hear a different gospel, honey, both of those are different gospels, okay? That's what they were teaching at the church I was at, which I am leaving, right? But when you start listening and you're not discerning, it'll get toxic, and it'll start to mess with your own faith and your relationship with God unnecessarily. I'll share this example. So as y'all may know, if you're familiar with me or my channel, baby, I was diagnosed with ADHD back in middle school. It's been something I've struggled with. Granted, I was diagnosed with a lot of things. God has delivered me from a lot of mental health issues over the years. That had not been one of them. And with the shortage that had occurred, I really started feeling like, do I even want to take it anymore? But I was struggling severely and I wanted to be delivered from it. Not gonna lie, I still want to. And when I was talking to some people at my church about it, the notion was, I need to have more faith and I need to believe. I shouldn't come into agreement with these word curses and all this different type of language. That really put me in a toxic place. I mean, I have gone up for altar call. People have laid hands on me. I have prayed. I have fasted. I was believing with all of my might, all of my soul, all of my strength. And I still have ADHD. But during this break, you start to realize God is sovereign. The sovereignty of God is something that has gone missing in so many sermons, churches, belief systems. God is sovereign. And as much as he's given us authority, it's authority to do what? Exactly, right? It's the authority to do his will. That is it. When we start doing things for self-preservation or selfish reasons, or thinking that health is a birthright, we get completely lost. That is not what the Bible says or teaches. And I'm telling you, in these upcoming videos, I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers, and I'm not mad about it. I am not mad at all. I'm ready for it, and I hope you guys are too, because it's been freeing, it's been edifying, and I'm really excited to share this stuff with you guys. There is so much to get into. Some other things that happened during this time, not necessarily things that I've learned, but things I definitely want to share. my prayers have changed. One of the things I really started praying is for the Lord to convict me. Conviction is so powerful. It'll help you in ways. I mean, it's the Spirit really helping you and correcting you, right? And I'm not sure if y'all could tell, probably not, but I have gained weight and like my diet was getting just like out of hand. Child, it's a mess. Eating whatever I want, whenever I want. And I'm like, God, make me feel bad. Right? Like, help me. Like, this is your body that you have stewarded to me. You have allow me to steward rather. But I want to take good care of it. Like, I need to live a long life. Like, I got things to do in this body and I'm sabotaging it. God, help me, convict me. There are multiple areas in my life where I prayed for God's conviction to come down on me, sizzle me up. Like, really, like, God, get in my case about this. Like, I need you. And best believe he did. He most certainly did. And although it was hard at first, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful, like, that God's hand is on us, that he doesn't just let us get away with our desires, that he keeps us hungry for him. He keeps us thirsty. Best believe if you're not thirsty, you're going to forget to drink water. Matter of fact, because that's something I am guilty of. But it is so important and so necessary to ask God for conviction, not to change me, not to make it better, not to make it go away, but put a desire in me to please you. Like, make this sin uncomfortable for me. Like, sometimes we know what we're doing is wrong, but because we don't have conviction, we start to do things out of our own strength. Because the Holy Spirit isn't really pushing and molding us and putting that pressure on us in that area, it is so much harder. Changing that prayer and really asking the Holy Spirit to convict me in specific areas and asking earnestly and sincerely, world of difference. And a lot of this is stuff y'all already know. The juicy stuff is gonna come in later videos. I just wanna give y'all a quick life update. Speaking of which, I am now in a relationship. Yes, that has also happened over the break. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know it has been wonderful. And I'm excited for the journey ahead, like the promises ahead. And I will be taking y'all with me as much as I feel comfortable with, because it's already gotten crazy. Crazy as in random strangers DMing me. And I'm just like, I've heard about this stuff happening, but for it to actually happen, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, that is wild. Anyways, yes, that is also a very exciting life update. God is still putting people together. His children are still linking up. It is wonderful. It is fruitful. So many people are getting engaged. Such a great season that I'm currently in. And I can't wait to share it and do it with y'all. Now, this isn't going to be the longest video. You know, this is like my little comeback. But I did want to leave off with a word of encouragement for all my girls who have a gift of knowledge, even the boys watching. Those who have a gift of knowledge, when we do not steward it well and we don't foster it, it can easily turn into your smarty pants, your know-it-all. You always trying to educate, teach, girl, why you preaching to me? But don't let that discourage you. Like, when you're a child of God and you're trying to live your best Christian life, it's like you don't want people to think those things. So often we shut up, but that's what the enemy wants us to do. The enemy wants us to feel, oh, I don't want to offend people. I don't want to be preachy. I don't want to X, Y, and Z, right? But that's when you remember, okay, quiet, gentle spirit, tap in, right? But we don't shut up. We don't stop teaching. We don't stop spreading knowledge because we are so needed. A lot of times when people are passionate and they're on fire, but they don't have the knowledge and the discernment and the wisdom, it can be easy to go astray. But that is why God has given us this gift, so we can help and we can lovingly correct. And that's what I plan on doing more of on this channel. And I hope that if you know you have a gift of knowledge, you love the word, you love doctrine, you love educating people about the truth of God, Don't lose that. Find a church home that will foster it, bring the best out of you, and really let it thrive. Operate in it fully. It can get challenging because you don't want to seem like you know it all. We've never arrived. And the reality is we don't. We won't know it all. But it's safe to acknowledge your gift. And it is necessary to operate in it. We all have spiritual gifts. We all have callings and purposes. God has planted something so special in each and every single one of us. Not only is our business to know it, it's our business to use it for Him. Because we could use it for ourselves. We could use it to bring others down. We could use it for worldly purposes. But what a shame would that be? Instead, we are joyful. We are excited. We are elated, ready, and eager to use our gifts for what God has called us to do. This channel, Woman of Eternity, if you identify with that, if you consider yourself a woman of God, you love what is being done here, we all have a part to play. Granted, this channel is spirit-led, Jesus-led, God-covered, but you have a part to play. I'm about to put y'all on. The algorithm is real funny. Granted, despite what the algorithm does, despite what you decide to do, I'm going to do what God has called me to, but you could help. You can be so crucial. No, I'm not about to ask for money, but I am going to ask you to hit the like button. Because when you like and engage with the video, YouTube says, oh, this must be good. Oh, people really like it. And it literally spreads to more people. YouTube will show more people this video the more you like it and engage with it. If you could do that, I would so greatly appreciate it. You literally would be spreading the word of God, the encouragement and the edification and the education that is flowing from this channel. Baby, the mighty throng is getting thick. You know, I love to say it because it's true. We are out here. We are unapologetic. We are bold in the spirit. And with that being said, if you have not already given your life to Jesus, this is your formal invitation to. If you have been feeling this pull, this tug, a desire to get closer to God, you know I need to get closer. My relationship with God is not where I want it to be, nor where I know it should be. This is your moment. God has orchestrated so much, moved so many mountains for this video to get to you, for this moment to happen right here. Do not let it pass. Give God your life. There are no special words. All you have to do is believe. You believe in your heart and you confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord. He died and He rose on the third day in accordance with the scripture for your sins, so that you may have freedom, that you may have salvation. If you sincerely believe that and you are ready to give God your life, do it. Don't delay. Find a church home, find community, find some great channels that'll teach you, inform you, build you up, get you rolling on this walk with Christ, and watch God transform everything. He will change you in ways that you would not even imagine. I'm so excited. I am overjoyed. If you made that decision, woo, all the things. I'm so elated. Please, please don't wait. I love you. God loves you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.